Imagine yourself, a family man, waking up today and finding out that while you were worried about paying the bills, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, made such an absurd move in the market that it turned the financial world upside down. That's right, you heard it. Trump not only started talking about cryptocurrencies again, but also announced that he's going to invest billions of dollars into a select group of digital coins, and some people are saying these coins could multiply 20-fold as soon as next month. This isn't a theory. This isn't speculation. This is already happening right now, as you listen to me. And if you think this doesn't affect you, I guarantee you, ignoring this could cost you way more than you imagine. So here's what you do. Hit the like button right now, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because what I'm about to reveal to you here could literally change the course of your financial life. What's happening right now is something few people thought was even possible. Donald Trump, who has always had a controversial relationship with the financial market, just made a move that even caught the biggest investors on Wall Street off guard. He publicly announced that he's setting up a multi-billion-dollar fund, that's right, billion-dollar, focused exclusively on cryptocurrencies. And it's not just any cryptocurrency. He didn't pick random coins or shady projects. These are 7 specific coins that immediately started to skyrocket as soon as this news came out. And look, this isn't some YouTuber hype trying to sell you a fantasy. This is already moving billions in the global market. So if you still haven't smashed that like button, now's your chance. Support the channel, because this kind of information, you won't see it on the news or on mainstream TV. Behind the scenes of American politics, one truth has become impossible to ignore. Cryptocurrencies are no longer just financial assets. They've become a geopolitical weapon. Trump's announcement isn't just an economic play. It's a clear positioning of the United States against the growing economic threat from China, which already controls over 60% of global Bitcoin mining and is pushing forward with its digital yuan. While Europe debates heavy regulations, and countries like Russia and Iran use crypto to bypass sanctions, Trump understands that dominating this space is no longer optional. It's a matter of economic sovereignty. His decision to take such an aggressive stance isn't just about making investors rich. It's about ensuring the US dollar remains the world's reference currency, even in a future where finances are increasingly digital and decentralized. What almost nobody noticed, but insiders in Silicon Valley know very well, is that Trump's pro-crypto move didn't happen in isolation. Behind this announcement, giants like Tesla, PayPal, Coinbase, and even Amazon are quietly aligning their interests. Do you really think it's a coincidence that, just weeks before this announcement, PayPal expanded its crypto buying and selling operations to over 120 countries? Or that there are rumors Amazon plans to accept crypto payments by the end of the year? Don't be fooled. The lobbying is real, massive, and powerful. When Wall Street, the defense industry, and Silicon Valley all align, something huge is about to unfold. For the first time since the Great Depression, millions of American families are looking at the crypto market not as a risk, but as a legitimate escape from the spiral of debt, inflation, and abusive interest rates. In the suburbs of Florida, the industrial towns of Ohio, and the Latino neighborhoods of California, a silent movement is growing. Ordinary people, workers, single moms, war veterans, are building small portfolios, learning how to use DeFi, joining DAOs, and escaping the grip of traditional banks. For the first time in history, a truck driver, a nanny, or a teacher can access the same financial opportunities that were once reserved only for the elite of Wall Street. The CEOs of America's largest banks didn't sleep well after Trump's announcement. And with good reason. Because if his plan moves forward, and all signs point to yes, millions of Americans could simply bypass the banks. Imagine getting paid in stablecoins, paying rent using blockchain, buying groceries by transferring directly from your wallet. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they're all terrified. They've already started laying off employees, cutting costs, and developing their own versions of digital currencies in a desperate attempt to stay relevant. But the brutal truth is, they're fighting a technological tsunami that they can no longer stop. For decades, gold was considered the safe haven of Americans. But that's changing. In 2025, for the first time ever, the volume of money flowing into Bitcoin surpassed physical gold investments among investors under 40 in the United States. This generation doesn't want vaults. They want freedom, liquidity, and total control over their wealth. While their parents bought land, homes, and stocks, the new generation of American investors is loading up their wallets with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and AI tokens. For them, Blockchain is the new treasure map. If there's one thing that unites Republicans, Democrats, liberals, and conservatives, it's their hatred of inflation. And with the American economy in silent collapse, stagnant wages and rising costs month after month, the crypto economy is becoming a rebellious act. Trump, fully aware of this, is shifting his narrative. It's no longer just about freedom of speech or politics. Now it's about financial sovereignty. For millions of Americans, cryptocurrencies represent a resounding "enough is enough" against central banks, against reckless money printing, and against the invisible taxes that eat away at the middle class's purchasing power. If in 1849 thousands of Americans crossed the country in wagons chasing California gold, today the gold rush is digital. Crypto mining platforms, staking farms, and blockchain validators are multiplying across states like Texas, Wyoming, and Florida, where pro-crypto laws attract investors, miners, and developers. Trump, with his businessman's vision, saw this before any other politician. And now, he's offering tax incentives so that industry giants can build data centers, blockchain infrastructure, and innovation hubs on American soil. Few people realize what's really happening behind the scenes. The integration of blockchain with artificial intelligence is the engine of the next economic revolution. Imagine self-managed smart contracts, decentralized marketplaces operated by AI, and digital assets that increase in value while you sleep. Trump knows this. And it's no coincidence that, alongside the crypto announcement, he also intensified partnerships with AI companies. What we're witnessing is the formation of a new Silicon Valley, where blockchain and artificial intelligence walk side by side, ready to rewrite the history of money, labor, and American society itself. Behind the prosperity speech, a silent war is underway. The federal government, through the Federal Reserve and the SEC, is desperately trying to regulate, restrict, and even ban certain uses of cryptocurrencies. But Trump positions himself as the great opponent of this control. He doesn't want the government to know how you spend, where you invest, or how much you own. And millions of Americans, tired of surveillance, fees, and interference, are migrating to decentralized systems where they finally have full control over their money, privacy, and future. Don't think this is only about the United States. When the world's largest economy moves in this direction, the entire planet feels the impact. Countries in Europe are rethinking their tax policies. In Asia, governments are trying to speed up the adoption of their own digital currencies. In Brazil, Africa, Oceania, investors are rushing to position themselves, realizing that if the U.S. embraces blockchain as a pillar of its economy, the old global financial system simply won't survive. Write this down. We are living through the greatest wealth transfer in American history. Just like those who invested in the internet in the 1990s became millionaires, those who now understand how the crypto economy works will be at the forefront of the new financial elite in the U.S. It doesn't matter if you're a truck driver in Texas, a nurse in Miami, or a teacher in Chicago. For the first time, access to big opportunities is not limited to the rich, the banks, or the politicians. It's in the hands of those who seek knowledge and act fast. What you do now defines where you'll be in the next 5, 10, 15 years. The future of the economy is no longer an abstract concept. It's happening right in front of your eyes, on the blockchain, in DAOs, in the metaverse, in smart contracts, and in digital wallets. Trump understood this. Big tech understood this. The richest families in the U.S. understood this. And now the question is, will you be a spectator or a protagonist in this story? Because the brutal truth is that not taking a position today is the new risk. And those who don't move get left behind. And if you're thinking, but this is for people who already have money. This isn't for me, I'm in debt, my credit card is maxed out, I'm struggling to pay rent. Let me tell you, that's exactly why you need to hear this until the end. Because when the big players move, those who understand the game and know where to step can turn a small amount of money into financial freedom. I know, it's hard to believe when you're drowning in bills, but the truth is, it's exactly in these moments that the greatest opportunities arise. And to prove it to you, stay with me, because I'm going to explain exactly which coins these are, why they're about to explode, and how you, even starting from scratch, can position yourself smartly in this movement. When Trump spoke out and said he was allocating $3 billion to invest in crypto, the market reacted instantly. Bitcoin shot up, Ethereum followed, and even coins that many people treated as a joke, like Dogecoin, started to rise. And do you want to know the scariest part? This is just the beginning. Because along with this announcement came a massive political movement in the US, where he is pushing to make cryptocurrencies part of the country's official economy. And when a country like the US signals something like that, my friend, the domino effect hits the entire planet. And here's a sincere warning. Those who aren't paying attention right now will look back in the coming months and deeply regret not taking action when there was still time. And it's not just me saying this. Serious market analysts, people who live off making money, are already saying this could be the biggest crypto bull cycle since 2020. So take advantage now, pause for a second, and subscribe to the channel, because here I'll always bring you, the hard-working family man, information that helps you get out of crisis and build a path to financial freedom. And now, write this down. The 7 cryptocurrencies that are in Trump's sights, and in the sights of the world's top investors, are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, and Tron. And don't think this is a random choice. Each of these coins has a specific function, a technology behind it, and, most importantly, a massive investor community that makes them not just promises, but consolidated assets in the digital market. Bitcoin, as you already know, is digital gold. It's the foundation, the pillar of the entire cryptocurrency market. Every time Bitcoin moves, the whole market follows. Ethereum. It's practically the internet of smart contracts, a revolution in how business is done in the digital world. XRP. It's being adopted by banks and financial institutions around the world to make international transfers in seconds and at extremely low fees. Solana. It's simply one of the fastest networks out there, processing thousands of transactions per second. Cardano brings a more sustainable proposal, focused on social impact projects. Dogecoin, which started as a joke, is now backed even by billionaires like Elon Musk. And Tron, focused on decentralizing the internet, promises to completely transform how we consume online content. And if you think you need to be rich to invest in this, you're totally wrong. With amounts that fit in your pocket, sometimes less than what you spend on a weekend snack, you can already start. And I'm not here to sell you dreams or illusions. My job is to show you that yes, there is a path. And that path starts when you understand that money is not in your job. It's in the knowledge you gain and the decisions you make. Think with me, if back in 2010 you had put just $100 in Bitcoin, today you'd have more than $20 million. And of course, no one here has a crystal ball to say it will happen exactly the same way again. But what's happening now, with this movement from Trump and the major powers, is indeed a clear sign that the next big boom is already beginning. And you need to decide whether you'll be one of the ones watching it happen, or one of the ones making it happen. And if you're thinking, but I don't even know how to start, I don't know how to create a wallet, I don't know where to buy it. Calm down. Relax, because here on the channel, I'm going to show you step by step, from how to create a secure account on an exchange to how to protect your investments and build a smart strategy, even if you're starting with very little. So do this. Subscribe now, because in the next video I'll release a complete beginner's guide, made especially for those who have never invested in crypto in their life. And here's a powerful reflection for you to carry through life. The risk isn't in investing. The risk is doing nothing while the world changes around you. And that phrase isn't mine. It's from Warren Buffett, one of the richest men on the planet. And it makes perfect sense in the moment we're living in. Ignoring this change could cost a lot more than the fear of starting. So, my friend, my warrior friend, if you're a parent, a worker, someone who wakes up every day to fight, I tell you, it's not easy, I know it's not. But it's also not impossible. The opportunities are out there, knocking on your door. It's just up to you to open it. What Trump is doing right now isn't just about him getting richer. It's about showing the world that those who understand the game and move ahead, reap the rewards. And if this video made sense to you, drop a like, share it with a friend, a relative, someone you know is struggling and needs to see a light at the end of the tunnel. And of course, comment below. Are you already investing in crypto? Are you just starting now? Do you have any questions? Tell me, because I read all the comments and reply whenever I can. Your journey to financial freedom doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now. You just need to take the first step. See you in the next video. Until then.